Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, February 15, 2021. The Senate has approved the legislation that will establish the Independent Fiscal Commission. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Aubin Hill, piloted the Independent Fiscal Commission Act 2020, which provides for the body's establishment. He says the commission will strengthen Jamaica's fiscal responsibility framework and promote sound fiscal policy and management to sustain macroeconomic stability.
The principles are, Mr. President, the continuing enhancement of accountability of the policy-making process, a continuous deepening of the transparency of government finances, the strengthened clarity and credibility of Jamaica's fiscal path, inclusiveness in the policy discussion space, and, importantly, taking greater Jamaican societal ownership for Jamaica's economic direction.
Among its mandates will be to monitor compliance with Jamaica's fiscal rules, keep the public informed on economic matters according to a scheduled calendar, and provide independent analysis on fiscal policy developments. The Ministry of National Security has convened a working group to address issues at the Rio Cobre Juvenile Correctional Center. These issues were highlighted in a recently concluded special investigation report into the Correctional Center by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security, Senator Matthew Samuda, says the group will focus particularly on the care of inmates and wards.
This work will include focus on developing SOPs which are in line with best practices and culturally appropriate for the discipline of inmates and wards. Enhanced training for our officers who interface with juveniles. Enhanced training, indeed, for our wards.
Senator Samuda was making a statement on the INDICOM Special Investigation Report during Friday's sitting of the Upper House. He said the working group would also be conducting a review of the educational program within the juvenile correctional facilities, as well as evaluating the psychosocial support available to wards. Chief Technical Director in the National Security Ministry, Shauna Trowers, will chair this working group, with other representatives to be drawn from critical stakeholder agencies. Minister Samuda says the working group will be given a 90-day deadline to complete its review and make recommendations.
This group will be given 100% support from DCS and total access to our facilities to ensure that the plan, when completed, is indeed a roadmap to ensure discipline, education, and the care physical and psychological for our wards is appropriate and achieves the goal of rehabilitation.
Kingston now boasts a newly refurbished Trenchtown Entertainment Park located in South St. Andrew. The historic facility was renovated by the Tourism Product Development Company, TPDCO, at a cost of $39.7 million. Its renovation is part of the entity's Spruce Up Pondicana program. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says the work on the entertainment park reflects the significance of Trenchtown's contribution to cultural enhancement through music, as well as the importance of an inclusive and culturally rich tourism product.
Culture is really a pull factor for many demographics. However, many times over, I have mentioned that the new type of traveler seeks more to their visit than the typical resort experience.
The refurbished Trenchtown Entertainment Park was officially opened on Friday. Located in what is considered the birthplace of reggae, the park is expected to figure in job creation, training, and overall community development through tourism and other engagements. A new training program focused on agrofood processing has been launched at Monique College and the Heart NSTA Trust Ebony Park Academy. Skills to Access the Green Economy, SAGE, is a 5-year program being funded by the Government of Canada through Global Affairs Canada at a cost of $15 million. It will involve the development of an associate degree program in agrofood processing at Monique College. A preparatory program in the same area will also be offered at the Ebony Park Academy, specifically for adolescent girls, women, youth, and the vulnerable populations. Students who successfully complete the preparatory program at Ebony Park will be able to continue their studies at Monique College, based on the matriculation agreement between the two institutions. During the virtual launch on Thursday, Agriculture Minister Floyd Green lauded the program.
We have to train our young people to be at the cutting edge of processing, hygiene and sanitation, quality assurance and standards, to appreciate product development, food microbiology, labeling, packaging. We have to ensure that they're trained at the highest level so that our products, when brought to the fore can compete in international markets.
Skills to Access the Green Economy, SAGE, is a regional program with 5 other Caribbean countries benefiting. The National Family Planning Board, NFPB, is partnering with the Office of the Public Defender on a human rights campaign. The campaign is entitled Everybody Have Rights. Know Your Rights. Report any violations now. Technical Officer in the Enabling Environment and Human Rights Unit at the NFPB, Nicola Cousins, says the campaign has 3 primary objectives, namely, to increase knowledge of basic human rights, empower Jamaicans to report human rights violations, and promote a human rights-based approach to service delivery.
The need for this campaign arose out of a baseline assessment that we did in the national HIV response. The baseline assessment took place between 2017 and 2018, and from that we learned that Jamaicans view human rights as a Western concept, an imposition from first world countries, US, Canada, with an agenda they think to promote human rights and wide-scale acceptance of persons we consider to be key and vulnerable.
Ms. Cousins was speaking at a recent JIS think tank. She says the campaign will focus on 4 specific rights found in the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
The right to life, liberty, and security of person, number 1, and this is the order that they said we should focus on them in. The right to equitable and humane treatment by any public authority in the exercise of any function. Number 3, the right of everyone to protection from search of the person and property, respect for and protection of private and family life, protection of privacy of other property and of communications, the right to health.
The campaign is expected to last 1 year. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is asserting to Jamaicans that their compliance with COVID-19 containment measures will determine how quickly the island can lower the rate of infection. He was responding to criticism about the tighter curfew measures that took effect on February 10. The Prime Minister says the state was reluctant to impose the measures, but reasoned that it became necessary so as not to overwhelm the health system. COVID-19 ward capacity at 3 major hospitals are at 90% and above, while the regional health authorities are reporting between 59% and 83% of capacity across the board.
We understand the devastating impact it can have on the economy. But when we looked at the numbers in the hospitals and we weighed both risks, the bigger risk to the country is that we would not want to have people turn up at hospitals struggling to breathe, needing attention, and we don't have space for them. So that is the trade-off that you have elected this government to administer, to make. And it is not easy, but I give you my assurance that we take every decision seriously.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking during Thursday's handing over ceremony of 70 serviced lots at Windcrest Hills in Hellshire, St. Catherine. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.